Taeja look to go at it. Taeja, if he can bring this back, we will have that Game 5 in this TVT, as we have spawning down to the bottom right-hand corner, his opponent in the red, representing StarTale and Korea. Give it up for Bomber! And up to the top left, we have our blue Terran representing Team Liquid in Korea. Give it up for Taeja!
And in the last game, we saw Bomber go a little crazy with that proxy Rex. This time, however, he is not going to do anything like that. I'm very curious to see how both of them are going to open. We saw quite a bit of variation all 3 games so far, even from Taeja as the defending player in game number 3, but you know, it was just a little different.
And speaking of, well, a lack of variation, we have Bomber going for a gas at the very beginning again here. So this map's not too bad for Banshees. You can hide them between main and natural, but it's still nowhere near as much airspace as a map like Star Station. So Bomber's going to have a much harder time making those Banshees work if he wants to go for them.
I think so as well. And I think the Banshee might be a little bit predictable. I think that's something, you know, that worked once, and it also perhaps worked that well because Taeja was going for that no gas fast expand build, which delayed his stack a little bit. I don't think that's going to be the case once more, as we already saw that refinery going down in the main base. I would love to see Bomber do something a little different, maybe something with a couple of Hellions here and there.
And Taeja, for now, just walling off and make sure he's getting that scout over there very quickly. So this is good for a lot of reasons. You know, just if he can get in and see the gas timing, then that is a very, very nice pickup for him.
It's so funny as well how different they go at the early stages of this game. Bomber is like, hey, you can see everything. I really don't care. I'm not even scouting myself, so why would I worry what you see? And Taeja already dropped his supply to bow, even though he doesn't want to finish it up yet, even though he doesn't need it on that moment, but he wants to prevent his opponent from scouting. And then the funny thing is as well that often Taeja is the one scanning his opponent first, always around 6 minutes, 15 seconds, while Bomber is just like, yeah, I'm going to see whatever I want because I have this aggressive opening anyway, or at least I'm going to see something with either my Banshee or with my medevac.
Bomber just doesn't even care to attempt a wall off or anything like that to try, and he doesn't care if he sees it. And I think to that point, Bomber says, well, you now see what I am doing. That forces certain reactions out of you without even me doing any damage, which is a very hard spot for Taeja to be in.
It's basically like, you're going to play my game, I'm going to dictate the pace of this game because I already have my plan, and you know, if you want to do something about it, show me. We saw the second refinery going down already for Taeja, and now the second refinery is going down for Bomber as well. So double gas for both sides so far. No command center. Starport's going down a little quicker for Bomber as he's, you know, that greedy and careless early game. Doesn't lose any minerals for anything and drops that first gas a little bit quicker as well.
And there's that tech lab finally on the way as well here for Taeja, so he's just cranking that out where he can. So maybe we'll see, you know, a Banshee from him, but even that tech lab can still mean just a heavy focus on Raven very quickly into a Viking. There's still options available for Taeja.
Banshee would definitely be a flash to the past. I haven't seen that in ages. Bomber is going to do something different.
Yeah, there were these 2 options. It's either the Banshee or the Widow Mines with a medevac and Marines. And this is a cool one because we haven't seen this from Bomber yet in this series.
I'm very curious to see how well these Widow Mines will do in TVT. Of course, it's not something that we've never seen before, but you don't see it that often either.
If Taeja had gone for a Raven, that would have been the perfect response. But now he's just saying, well, you're probably going for Banshee. I'm going to go for to spot Widow Mines, right? But still, this aggressive position could be okay as well.
I mean, I would say yes and no. He really doesn't have that much DPS. So if he would have gone for a Raven, he might have actually had some issues being able to kill off those Widow Mines.
It's a good point.
Because he only has 4 Marines on the map.
Oh, Taeja. Nope, you're not allowed to wall that off. Very, very nice done.
That's a good little scout for Taeja as well. He's keeping all the units at home. These 5 Marines are also important. No medevac, of course, for Taeja, and that's just his first Banshee. So for now, he's going to have to use that Banshee to defend. This is actually a little annoying for him right now, because he's going to have to play against a guy who has almost the same amount of units, but he's able to heal his units. I'd be very surprised if Taeja just sends that Banshee across the map.
Very good defensive setup there for Bomber at the ramp, and now those 2 SCVs, so important! A great move by Taeja, using those 2 SCVs to soak up those Widow Mines.
Yeah, that was actually beautiful. One of the Marines from Bomber died as well, some friendly fire. So Taeja's showing us that he's really not afraid. Is there a cooldown on that man? No, there is not, and Taeja is actually going to defend this without using his Banshee. Wow.
Oh, Taeja, this could be the start of a comeback here as we have that missile turret going down.
So confident, and then just doing everything right from start to finish. That's really impressive.
Very, very nice play from him. And now Bomber looks to go for Cloak as well as his own Banshees. So sending those across to try and do some damage as well. But Taeja, he's already on his opponent's doorstep.
Now Bomber actually losing a couple of Marines, of course, by with his little attack. Right now only has 3 Marines out on the map. This time he cloaks immediately, so that means that 1 scan wouldn't be enough. Man, this is going really good for Taeja.
Yeah, it certainly is. Army supplies, well, not mattering too much. It's really the SCV count that is dead even right now, but that scan does go down. So that Banshee is going to be able to get away with lots of things, but this one is not. Bye-bye.
But even if the SCV count is even right now, and you know, Bomber might actually have to use another scan for this Banshee, or he's gonna have to wait a little bit. The second command center / orbiter command is already done for the Liquid Terran, while Bomber's one is getting delayed and delayed even more. Taeja in an absolutely fantastic position right now.
Yeah, and he's actually going to follow this up with a frontal assault by the looks of things. His Marine count is at 11, whilst his opponent's at 3. It's going to be up to start Bomber's like Widow Mine placement or something like that to try and make it work, because he's not producing anything.
And he's going double command center now as well, while he barely has any units. Bomber might actually be completely misreading this scenario right now.
Yeah, this is severe. This is really severe. That many Marines could just finish things here, along with that Widow Mine. Oh, just forcing his opponent out of that position.
Oh, I like that a lot, though. He was trying to go for a lot of friendly fire. Didn't really work. Bomber barely has any units.
There you go. GG. Taeja ties up the series, and we go to